I think I'll like to start by thanking all of you for being here. I didn't know, Dina, that this was the ring. I'm one of those early adopters of stock market. My first IPO was Damania Airways. I made some 10,000 bucks of profit then. And I always used to dream that one day, I'll go in the ring and do an outcry. But by the time I graduated and I came into the industry, all of that was over. And it was only a screen and a few clicks, and you could execute a trade. I also want to thank Rajiv. I just thought that whatever I wanted to say, he's already said it. It's all the bankers thing alike. So let me try to give a different perspective. He rightly pointed out that, our GDP has been growing at the rate of a debatable 5 to 8% here and there of declared economy for the last 15 to 20 years. And the demographic setup of the country is such that, for the next 20, 30 years, one doesn't see this to be changing very much. Now, what that means is that, a large number of small businesses, because of the culture of entrepreneurship in this country, will mushroom. And there'll be a huge amount of profit generation, not only for these businesses, but also for the employees of these businesses. And this essentially profit and wealth generation will require a more skillful money management environment than what is present today. As he rightly pointed out, most of the other professions, when you want to go and meet a doctor, or you want to go and meet a lawyer, or you want to go and meet a chartered accountant, you will go there and wait. Even a small doctor, you will go there and wait. You will listen to him, to what he says, and you pay him money. And but when you're really exiting that room, very shyly you will ask, "Doctor, how much I need to pay?" But when a wealth manager is actually handling a client, it's a very different equation. You have to see the body language. It's like a service person sitting there, and the client is sitting like a king. So it's like a beggar, when your hand is like this versus your hand is like this. The whole situation changes. And I have introspected a lot as to why, this happens. In the opportunity lies the challenge. See, the country progressed from being a lower middle class, largely lower middle class, to suddenly a large amount of wealth in too many hands very rapidly, which created this tremendous opportunity, which everybody saw. But the resources or the platform or the infrastructure readiness was just not there. And when that is not there, that presented us the challenge. So if you ask me, what is the single biggest challenge which this industry today faces, is basically lack of skilled manpower. And why is there a lack of skilled manpower? Because I think the structure of the industry is such that people who are in this business are not earning enough or compensated enough that they can invest in creating this manpower. It is not going to get solved so easily. So you can create institutions. There are multiple institutions which are there today. There are multiple number of, charters which are given. There are CFPs, there are CFAs. I have met a lot of such, charter holders. But will I trust my money with them? I really don't think so. Because as he rightly pointed out again, it's very easy to cross these charters. You have to make it tough, and you have to create an infrastructure ecosystem in a manner that, these guys are compensated well enough. If there is no profit in this business, people will not invest in the business. So in terms of opportunity, I don't think any of us has any doubt that, the opportunity is large. But how to harness it and how to channelize that opportunity in the right products is the challenge, and how to create that infrastructure, resource infrastructure, to basically achieve this. So if you look at the context of today, people say that today it's very tough and very challenging for the wealth management industry. You have to look at the last 10 years, how they have, crossed. From 2003 to 2008, you had an unprecedented bull run. Wherever you put your money, it went up. So risk appetites of people grew. If you told them, there should be some money lying in fixed income, nobody would have listened to you. So everything went into, the markets. And towards the end, it was the mid cap, the small cap, the penny stocks, which, were doubling by the week. They attracted huge amount of inflows. Then the crisis happened. And then 2008 to 2013 is again unprecedented. There has been crisis after crisis after crisis. Global, Indian, growth slowdown. So what happens in a bull phase is, you acquire a lot of flab, people take a lot of risk, greed plays on your mind, not your need but the greed, and you start taking huge amount of risks. And whatever goes up comes down. So when it came down, there was noise in the system that wealth managers were not well equipped to sell, we were wrong sold, we were missold. These noises, when they reach the regulators make changes. It is their job to protect the industry, and they did what they had to do. So you had a falling market and you had a flurry of regulations coming in all together, which created this environment of challenge. But it will pass, because I think these are the best times when you consolidate, you create new businesses, and you create solid foundations. And it gave a perspective to both clients and to the industry that, one has to be cautious. Risk became a very commonly talked about word rather than return. So I think these things will only help strengthen the industry. I feel, it's my personal view, that it is one of the most exciting places to be in. It's a great leveler, it's a great humbler. Every day it keeps you predicting that what is going to happen today. So all the best to all of you, and I think the association is doing a good job. It's actually, hitting that weak spot in which all of us are today struggling to handle. Hopefully all of us can come together and work with them and create that ecosystem which is much needed for the long-term growth of the industry. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving the insights of the industry. And AFM as a body, we would like to take a note that we really like to deliver the quality for the chartered wealth managers in the coming times. Now I will request our guest of honor, Mr. Shankar Yadav, Head Strategy Business, BSC Limited, to give an address to the audience.